Okay, so first of all, really fast, I just want to make sure you understand how much we appreciate what both of you have done and how much it's made our lives better, so thank you. I always appreciate, as an aspiring writer, hearing, especially how, like, because you, Bob, talk about how you had to come up with ideas over and over and over again, and I know that was hard, but any advice you have on coming up with ideas that we can believe in enough to put some blood, sweat, and tears into writing them. I always appreciate hearing that.
I don't know how to answer that, frankly. I mean, you know, it's just like I had to turn out a book every month. I had to come up with something. I had to put something on a piece of paper. And sometimes the biggest obstacle is just beginning to write something longhand on a piece of paper, because you want to get everything stacked up in your brain perfectly. And sometimes you don't get to that point until you start writing, and then you see, oh, I got to fill in this gap, and I got to come up with a big scene in the middle. I got to come up with an ending. So, you know, sometimes you're your own worst enemy about getting going. But as far as like how do I be creative? How do I turn it on? I mean, I came up with a lot of my best stories. I had a commute from New Jersey to New York City to work when I was working at Marvel. I was writing the Transformers, but I was a staff editor. So a lot of my best writing, and it wasn't so much writing, it was plotting, was walking from the train station to the office in the morning. You know, clear head, walking through the streets for 10, 15 minutes, and I would just think of ideas, try to pull ideas together and plot it out. That's how I work. Not everybody works the same way. I mean, sometimes it does help to get away from your desk, away from your computer, and walk or jog or do something to break the routine and you know, get the blood flowing.
Showers and long walks, I find, is when when your mind is sort of switched off, they come to you.
And the weather is not as good in Ireland. It's tougher for him than me.
Yeah. It's a different sort of idea that will come to you. But it's I read someone somewhere saying that, like, your first draft should be kind of like, you know, you're trying to get the landing craft on the beach. Do you know what I mean? Just get it done, you know, and then figure out after it. You know, it doesn't have to be pretty or right or any good,
right.
But just get your crappy, ugly, manky first draft out there, you know what I mean? Then you can pull it apart and put it back together again. So, yeah.
Well, thanks, guys.
Welcome.